What tools do I need for in-person and hybrid presentations? That's the title of Chapter 17 of Breathtaking Communication, Tools and Techniques for Everyday Leaders. And this might be a question you're asking yourself as you approach a speaking opportunity. Last time we spoke, I told you about the best tools for the job online. So this is quite a natural progression from there. A hybrid presentation is where there are people in the room, but also people on a screen who are zoomed in or using some other software like Teams, but you have to consider both them and your audience and make sure everyone feels included and has a positive experience of what you have to share. I talk about presenting in person first and considerations for that. I have a list of things you may need to pack. And of course, this changes from person to person and situation to situation, but there are a few things that are really essential that you don't want to forget, and they're laid out here. Then I've got a further list. If you happen to be training, there may be more that is required for the job. And I also talk about accommodation and venue. Now, on Friday afternoon, I'm going to be presenting in Reading, and that just requires a car and a train journey. It's a 10-minute keynote, and I still need to make sure I've got everything. So I'll make sure that I have a list written up detailing what I need to bring and ticking it off as I pack it in the car and make sure it's all in one place, maybe in a small suitcase, so that I can take it on the train and wheel it to the venue. But sometimes you need to sleep over. Now, this isn't the case for me. I've got training next Tuesday and it's just up the road. But even though I'm not staying over, I still need to make sure I have everything, because popping down to the office isn't going to be that easy or quick. The accommodation and the venue really matter. If you know the story of the Princess and the Pea, you know that a bad night's sleep can be critical to your training delivery. Not that the princess was doing that. She managed to get a proposal out of her overnight stay. But what you want is a really successful day's training. What do you consider in terms of your venue, making sure that everything is as it should be and maximizing the potential of you having a great day, but more importantly, the people you are training or delivering to having a great time. I look at specific things next. What changes for a hybrid presentation and how can you make sure that's just as much a success? And finally, I ask the question, what do the audience need before, during, and after the meeting? Is it an email? Does that need an attachment? And if you say something in the training or the presentation that require follow-up, how do you make sure you do that and commit to it? This may be something you delegate or something you do yourself, but the last memory people have of you is a promise kept or a promise broken. So it's very important that you follow through on your commitments and follow up with the venue and the accommodation to give them feedback so that if you need to go back, it's an even better experience next time. Thank you for listening. I hope that's been helpful. It's a very small chapter, chapter 17, and I hope you'll join me for what comes next. Thank you.